What's going on, guys? Winner Kills here. Welcome back to another post-commentary duel video. Good to be back. Been a couple days. No big deal. We're here, though, with a bit of a different matchup, mixing it up a little bit. Got my friend Adam on the right, playing against another one of my friends of mine on the left. My friend Adam's playing True Draco versus some Dynasty hero, I think is the name. Destiny Hero, maybe. Destiny Hero. I think I might have it mixed up. Not Dynasty. What even is a Dynasty Hero? I don't know. But yeah, pretty interesting matchup. A little bit different than usual. There is some cards in the field that I have no idea what they are. All I know is that he's going for a Broken Bamboo Sword, and he's got a Malian Grave. I like decks that utilize Evil Hero Malicious. The card is... I'm sure we all have had our moments with Evil Hero Malicious, or Destiny Hero Malicious, whatever his name is. But that card, he does set up a lot of combos. Looks like banishing a card from grave to add a polymerization, the old school polymerization. I do not know what that Link monster is on his field though, and I don't even have a guess for it. But we're gonna see a fusion summon. I'm gonna bring out a Destiny Hero. Assuming it's one of maybe the one of the newer ones, not entirely sure, but this could be an interesting matchup. You know, as we know, True Draco, very very powerful deck. We know what it can do. We've seen what it can do in the past. Of course, it is hindered now by way of, I think, you know, the field spell being at 1. But in all honesty, as long as the deck has the field spell and has 3 terraforming and all those other cards that search, you know, the card, is it really at 1? You know, I'd like to think not. Now we're going to see that field spell. There it is. It will get destroyed by one of his monster's effect, I'm assuming. And then we're going to see a Pot of Desires come down. Banishing 10, of course, to draw 2. We'll see where this goes from here. Maybe a bit of a slow turn. Perhaps not. 2 traps tributed for Masterpiece. And he will get destroy one of his monsters. I think Decode Talker activated. I think that is why the field spell ended up getting destroyed, the diagram. Because maybe he tried to destroy something on his side of the field. And when that effect activated and targeted something, he popped it. I'm not entirely sure. But there's an Armageddon Knight. In a deck like this, I would say don't let him send something to the graveyard, especially if it's a dark monster. Definitely not a good idea. Solemn Strike will stop that, though. Good thing. Like I said, don't want him to send any dark monsters to the grave. But there's DDR. Discarding a card that will bring back one of his monsters from banishment. I used to play that card in a... level dragon deck, you know, with like the armored dragons, like level armored dragon level 10. I used to play that card all the time. It was one of the first deck profiles I ever posted on this channel. It was years ago. If you want to go watch it, I did an armored dragon deck profile. And no, I'm not doing another one, but if you want to go watch it, you can. And I used to play that card in that deck all the time because it was the nuts. And then we're going to see a Solemn Strike get activated. And that's going to clear up most of his monsters. I'm assuming one effect activated, triggered another, and just put an end to his play there. Refusion, though, will bring back one of his other fusion monsters from his grave. I apologize if I don't know like what the guy on the left is playing. I'm just not familiar with any of these cards at all. And I think that is the Border card. That card is very good. I know it's something Border, but it's got like 2,000 attack, 2,000 defense, and it's worded very weirdly from what I understand. The wording on the card is super weird. I read it myself the one day at locals. I'm like, why the hell did they write the card like this? They just did. It's very very weird. It's Inspector Border. My bad. That's what it's called, Inspector Border. Delete your comments now. Delete your comments. It's Inspector Border. I figured it out. But it basically makes it so you can't activate effects unless you have activated, or unless you've like controlled monsters from extra deck in that turn previously, or you control extra deck monsters And as we can see, a deck like Destiny Hero here, as we saw in the first turn, went into a Link Monster pretty much right away to get his turn started. And as we know, that's an extra deck monster who would need to use his effect, and this Inspector Border card is really just hindering it right now. Gonna use sort of a Reborn ability to bring back one of his monsters from his graveyard. Go for a normal summon here. Force that back row, though. You gotta be a little bit nervous going into force that back row. I know I'd be. We're gonna see an overlay, though. Looking at Baguzga, the terribly tired Tapir. There's a Solemn Strike. Not today. No, 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 no. Send that equip spell to the graveyard, I'm assuming. And there's a Pot of Duality. Top 3 skill drain, desires, and something else. Add the other card to his hand, though. There's Diagram. Getting things started here now. That Inspector Border really just locking things down here in game 2. I've had to play against this card. If any of you guys have ever had to play against this card, you know it sucks. It's very hard to deal with. Very, very hard. I think he's activating Disciples there of the True Draco. I remember some of the True Draco cards vaguely. And there's cards of Demise coming down. Probably trying to set as many cards as possible at this point, as many of you know, to obviously make sure you just have to discard as much during the end phase, but we'll have to discard Masterpiece, and looks like another Disciple underneath that in the grave. Not too big of a deal, of course. You might have Return of the True Draco set to bring it back, and the Destiny Hero player not getting what he needed off that draw, so we're going to send it to game 3. And can we just take a moment to appreciate that regional 2016 playmat? Adam is rocking on the right side. Can we just take a moment? No offense to the playmat on the left, but I gotta give it to that Red Eyes Flare Metal playmat, looking so goddamn good. I just got a Destiny draw. We see Armageddonite will get ashed, but able to put like Malicious Engrave with a Destiny draw and go into that Link Monster we saw game 1. Looks like it's going to send a bunch of spell cards to the graveyard, a bunch of equip spells, sending 4 equip spells. Getting to bring out another Destiny Hero to the board. And I think that's Celestial Dial he sent to the graveyard. One of the newer, fairly new Destiny Hero monsters. Pretty decent, if I recall. I remember when it came out in one of the less known sets. I think it was, I actually forget, but one of the lesser known sets. One of the sets where you get 5 cards in a pack, and they're all foil rare. It's banishing Celestial Dial to get that polymerization, it looks like. And Malicious will come out as well. There's the polymerization. Going for 2, sending that Malicious to grave. Bring out another fusion monster. Very, very similar setup to what we saw in game 1. Now, will we see the same turnout as we did game 1? That's the question. It is 1-1 apiece right now. Each player having a win under their belt. Who's going to take the 3rd game? Anybody's guess, right? Leave your bets in the comments below. No, you don't have to do that. Decode Talker coming down to take the place of his other Link Monster. Probably not useful at this point. And there it is. Evenly matched. Assuming you went main phase 1, battle phase, end of battle phase. Or start a battle phase, I believe, is when you have to do it. I could be wrong. And it will banish the Decode Talker. There's Wormterfall, Ethereal Wormterfall, I think is the name. Apocalypse and Skill Drain. I think I said its old name. Ethereal Wormterfall was the OCG name of that card. And then he's gonna use that terraforming to add Diagram. What else would he be adding? There it is. And it will not survive. Assuming as a fusion monster has an ability to destroy spell and trap cards, as we've seen it do it in the past. And there's Disciples. And that looks like it's going to be pretty much it for the True Draco player's turn. And there's Apocalypse. I'm assuming being activated on response to its summon, perhaps an effect activation. And that is going to allow Masterpiece to come down mid-turn. We'll see that trap card, Apocalypse, activate Engrave, destroy his fusion monster. Now he's got to worry about dealing with a Masterpiece, unaffected by not monsters, but unaffected by spells and traps. Very, very tough to get over. And this is just not a level 2000 or 2000 attack monster, you know, 2200 attack pushover, you know, a Megalo at 2400. This is a 2950 beat stick. He's got to really pull out the stops to get over this thing. Got to make some big fusion. I can't really see the other player's hand with the blue sleeves, but I think I might have saw a Raigeki in his hand, and just now cannot use it. Or maybe it's not a Raigeki, I have no idea. Demise drawing in a 3, and he's going to set all 3, I believe. Because if you have no cards in your hand when you use Demise, I believe, you get to draw 3 instead of 2. Solemn Strike coming down, really just trying to get the point across that, hey, this is my time to control the game. Not letting you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Armageddon Knight, I see. He drew into there. I don't know how good that will do him. Perhaps I might set up a player too, though. But he's got to, again, worry about those 3 set back row. He's probably wishing he had a couple Kaijus in hand and maybe some back row removal. Remember, kids, always go into a duel prepped for that kind of stuff. The Wind one coming down now. The Wind True Draco. I haven't seen that one played in a while. It's the set Ghost Ogre. Not going to be enough. We'll see him swinging for plenty of damage. I think he had another Ghost Ogre and Effect Veiler and an Armageddon Knight in hand with a bunch of useless spells. That's rough. That is the definition of a feels bad man. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you know it, you know what to do if you did. Leave a like. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Were there any major mistakes? Find out next time. I'm sure you guys will point it out in the comment section below, but it's good that you guys do that, right? You're keeping it real, and I appreciate it. Just like I appreciate all the viewership, everything. It means a lot. Thank you guys for being patient with me and all that, sticking around. If you guys have not checked out the poll that I posted, you have to check on mobile, I think. I don't think there's a way to do it on desktop. If you go on mobile, YouTube app, go to my channel, you see community posts of a poll. I got your guys' feedback. You want to see more test hands and more DDD related stuff. It's in the works. Stay tuned. Sit tight. That's what's coming in the future, as well as more dual videos. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Winter Kill signing out. We'll see ya in the next one.